taking off my hat just to sit down, then open eyes to let you out. And this is real.
Welcome to another SHG Podcast. My guest tonight is Gary McKee. What's happening?
Good, sir. All good.
Speaking of that, make sure you've had too much drink.
Splendid.
Splendid, that's better. Get over here now.
You hear that?
Get over here, wee shift.
Yeah.
And the song that you heard there,
Smell that. Mikey was on that.
I know Sir Paul was on there last.
Was he? Yeah, that makes sense. Well,
And we were, what was I saying? The song that you heard there was from Rory and the Owls. And Stevie Martin, a good friend of mine, he passed away. So if I had the rights to his music, I would probably play a lot more Stevie Martin songs on here, but that's what happened. He signed to a major, so I would probably get sued. So that there was Rory and the Owls, and the link will be in the description below. Check out the song. It's one of my favourites. It's a belter. So here we go. Started today. Well, we started. What time did you start drinking at?
this is my first beer here. My ma's very big into technology now, so she's gonna somewhere along the line she'll come across this video. So, hey, Ma, this is my first beer, and sorry for all the bad languages about that. And probably come from that fucker, I started it.
No.
Probably come from this man first. So, but
No, it won't come from me. No, no, definitely.
hey, Rory, now is I know. Where is Furlough? Rory,
Furlough way.
I never got far as Rory and the Owls. I was a big Furlough fan, but no, I never.
Did you never hear his stuff?
Well, he played a couple of things the other night, I think, beforehand. But no, I mean, they weren't gigging really as much as Furlough was.
Well, no, I think he was still on Furlough whenever he was doing Rory and the Owls. But he was, I think Connor was his drummer, Connor Cromsey.
I know Connor. Yeah.
He was his drummer, but they done. I think they done alright. They done pretty well. They done a few big places and stuff like so.
For whatever reason, I never got to. You know yourself, I was
Furlough fan.
front row centre.
Aye,
most nights, but
aye, big time. I think we're going to have to talk about the elephant in the room. See if that there light shites itself mid flight. It's because
Shaggy's electric ran out.
Aye, no, it's been flickering all night, and I don't know what's wrong with it, and I don't have the money to replace it right now. So if it goes out, fuck it.
Happens to be my side too.
Nah, your electric yours just goes out because you'd never pay your electric. You might as well hurry.
We don't. No.
Do you not?
Never heard of the magnet.
I've heard of the magnet.
I don't use magnet liller.
your wife's flat out in the candles and we fucking tea lights, is she?
Aye.
Loads of them around the house. Sure, a bit romantic.
Aye. Do you burn the fucking arse while you're selling them? Trying to let them all around the house.
Videos here.
Anyway.
I was going to ask these, sir, because I just thought it'd be funny, but what did you think of the Meghan and Harry interview with Oprah? Everybody's talking about it, so I thought we'd talk about it for the crack.
Do you not see the video I shared?
Is it on Facebook?
Did you see her?
I'm not on Facebook.
Did you see her dress? She was wearing
black,
white? Plain black. No, it wasn't white when she started it.
What do you mean?
Pure plain black dress. And they cut it out now, but you know the fucking News of the World and all them. They released it. A seagull. That was bird shit. That's a pure black. What's a fact?
No,
look it up.
No, I think that's an out fucking. That's an out
bird shit that came over her shoulder.
Shut up.
So, and then she started crying. I had to reset the whole thing.
No, fuck you.
I'll be honest with you. You know what? I'm not gonna sit here and say I sat and watched it, but I did.
Did
you? No, because like I tried to turn it over, but the batteries come out the bottom of the remote.
I watched the best bits on YouTube, and it was funny. I seen a picture the other day. It was all like crying about life, and then it shows all this money beside Prince Harry and Meghan, and fucking all this money beside Oprah. You know what I mean? What the fuck? Oprah's worth something like 2.7 billion or something. You know what I mean?
Easy.
What's she got to be worried about?
So, and then, excuse me, we got a lot this year because I'm gassy from Shaggy's cheap beer.
It's your beer. You asked me to buy it. I bought it the other night in the shop.
All right.
You chose it. Fuck you.
I give you 4 things and you pick the work. Anyway,
no. He sent me a thing, right? He goes, "You going to the shop, sir? You get me a beer." And I says, "Aye." And then he goes, "Right, I'll zip at the, I'll pay you, right?"
Thinking you'd say no because I'm coming on the night. He did. He says, "I had £9."
You should be paying me, right? $9.99, right? And he sent me a tenner, and he came back in the middle of the night. And he goes, "I don't get the penny back." I said, "Sir, that was my diesel on the way down." You go, "That's the type."
The beer come to 9.99p, and he sent a picture of the receipt. I said, "Fair enough." I sent him £10. Now I waited. No, I'm back.
No,
I'll get it. Right, listen, there'll be a picture of my social media. I'll have a pen in my fucking hand before the night's out.
I bet you won't.
So no, listen.
If you do, it's your own.
Come here, the Harry and Meghan thing. I did see that. What were you on about the money there? Aye. See, two of them put together, and sure, it was the two. Her and Harry were giving off about they're worried about security and paying for this and paying for that. Come on. Hey, sir.
Yeah.
My ma was going to a fancy dress party. She said to me, I said, "Ma, what are you going as?" She says, "I'm going as a Rastafarian." I said, "Happy days." She goes, "We do my hair." I was fucking dreading it.
Sorry, seriously. You did not.
That's the least.
Sorry.
I had to get that joke in there for a few boys. So I'm happy enough I got that in there. Thanks for your fancy dress. Dressing as a paedophile for Christmas. Sorted that out, I know.
Well, I think that I'd rather want as a fucking paedophile than that joke. But you know what I mean? But anyway.
There'll be a few boys lying rotten after I told that joke, and I'm glad.
Well, sir. I'm actually feeling a wee bit skittish after that one myself. You've done better, like.
Smells like you feel skittish.
Wait, what happened? Like, is that what happened?
No, that's a complete joke.
I know that there, but I'm saying with jokes like that there, and you're a stand-up comedian. Is that why you had a short career?
People always tell me, that's what annoys me. It's like, you get bored, you do a stand-up. Tell me a joke. I mean, it's not like it happens like that.
I know.
You
have to see it.
You become a storyteller, but
yeah.
Tell me a joke, and then you tell them a joke, and they're like, "How the fuck did you become a stand-up comedian?" That's not what I do. I don't turn up and go knock knock.
I tell people jokes at house parties, and they think that I'm lying, but I'm actually not. They're actually true.
That actually happened.
That fucking actually. I was at a party, right? I know we probably shouldn't be, but I was. Last week was it? Last weekend.
You mean last year before the lockdown?
Last year before the lockdown.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Then, and I was telling once about the time I went to the house full, and I don't know where I was. I was in the bar all day probably anyway. But I went to the house, and my dad was lying in the bedroom, and he had now like fucking one of them training bags. It was actually my wee brother's football bag, a big thing again. My ma says she watched me from the hall. And I went down to the thing with my eyes and everything closed. Pulled the fucking bag out on the floor and started pushing it the bag in the corner house room.
Oh.
My ma says I had a gun trying to get you out of the room. She says I was pulling you out. You were still pushed everywhere with your eyes closed.
Sure.
And she goes, "You went to the front door, open the front door, start peeing out the front door." Fucking hell. But people think that's a joke. I'm saying no, that's fucking actually.
You're in fantastic company bringing that up tonight. Me and my wife Neve, we were living in a flat, a 33 John McCool's. She shouldn't give it a I'm not there anymore, so batter on Robert if you want. I'm not there anymore. Fucking hell, that I think I'm giving my address away, but I'm not there. And if you want the code to get in, it's 1917. And sir, we had just decorated it. No, when you go in a new place, you know yourself. You just you make it your own. And I fired all the paint, the clothes, and you wear your old clothes. Like I wore an old St Mary's jumper and an old pair of gutties that I got one time. I had to be I was lifted and had to get my clothes all, and they gave me a pair of the grey trousers and a pair of PE gutties you got in primary 7.
I'd have lost and found.
So I put them all in a bag after I painted the house. And fired them into the wardrobe. Months passed, things were fucked on top of that said bag. Weeks and weeks and months of stuff, and was left, forgot all about. So there was a party. Now this was years ago, because I'm not there a long time, over 10 years ago, and there was a party, and was that party over, and then the next morning I walk out into the hall. I swear to you, this is nowhere I lie, sir. I walked out in the hall. There was that said pair of trousers laid out, the t-shirt was laid out, the hoodie was laid out, whatever it was, I can't remember. There were sleeves, so it was the hoodie and the gutties, and flat out like a dead body in the ground. Claried and piss.
Who done that?
Well,
who done that?
The wife saying it wasn't her.
Well,
must be me. But no, my point being is the fact that I woke up. Well, I don't know. I was still sleeping, drunk. Went into the wardrobe, fucked everything else out. Got the bag. Bag was tied in a plastic bag, sealed. lifted that bag out, opened it,
And
took the stuff up, laid it out,
Have your eyes closed?
and my eyes closed and just...
Pushing on you.
I made that whole thing clean up there.
Well, sir, I was going to say, because the drunker you get, your eyes glue anyway.
What do you mean?
See what I mean?
What's wrong with boys? They wake up in the middle of the night and stop passing everywhere. I mean, get your wits together.
I'm not going to say, sir, right, the boy's name, sir, but he fucking, I was in the bottom bunk, he's the top, he pushed the top bunk.
What's his name?
I'm not saying it, wouldn't do it to him.
What's he look like?
I'm not saying
What's his name
You'd
sound like?
fucking know straight away. No, not saying it. And it
Right.
came fucking, I was like, hey, fucking was moving about, sir, up in the top bunk, and I'm 8:30 in the morning, me lying there hanging around, you fuck up, shaking the bar, and I brought my hand down, and I went, what is that? And I went, sir! The next thing I seen was the mattress flying off over and landing down beside me. I was going, you dirty bastard, you push the bed. No, sir, no, never.
In the bottom bunk, like an old lick in the ceiling.
Dirty. I want to ask you a wee question, but and I think I'll be actually. I have to keep doing this.
I keep snuffing it. Like I see in the thing. Smelling Paul McVeigh.
No, well.
Did he sit on that?
Hey, you can chat about Paul McVeigh, but hey, Paul McVeigh set the record so far for the podcast, most views in the shortest space of time.
Did you not say it was something to do with like something raising or the claiming or
What?
you said it was like the
The analytics of the show. Nah, I can
you know,
check
say it was the claim. I thought we were fucking singing a Miley Cyrus song.
No.
You said it's all about the claim. I was like, all right, Miley, calm down.
No, that's what you said to me. You go, I was texting Guy, right? Guy, every time we and him like Snapchat each other or something, like it's just a slagging match, and he goes, "I'll be on. I'll beat that podcast. I'll beat that."
I don't know. Well, that's 100%
Right?
fact.
And I was just thinking to myself, if you sent it just to all your relatives, it'd probably get more than 500 views anyway. There's that many of fucking boys.
Fair enough.
Do you know what I mean?
Fair enough. That's true. Yeah.
I was just like, well, sell it to this one. Next thing it'll be fucking all over this.
I've to be fair, I have 19 nephews.
That's insane.
And none of I'm the youngest born. There's me. There's Melissa. There's Jared. There's Laura. There's Jenny. And that's not in order.
Right.
Now that I've said that, I know that's not in order.
I know. Many beers have you had tonight?
That's my third there. Ma.
You're laying here.
But
Guys, Ma. What's your ma's name?
Joan. She's
Joel.
salt of the earth.
Hey, Joel. He's hey
Ma.
He's a 2 minute. He hasn't a 3. He's about.
Listen, you're talking to the woman who's known
13.
me all my life. She knows when I have a too many.
No, I'm telling you. I've seen you in that house. Them Snapchats. I know you've had fucking. I know you've had a brave friend. He sent me a Snapchat.
We're gonna have to cut that part out.
No, cut the fuck all out. I seen you lying back. You were chatting to me one night. Me and you were snapping, and I said to her, I was like, "That her air, sir." I said, "No, that man."
Yeah,
He says he's
never you
blocked.
listen to that, man.
Am I joking, John?
You ain't gotta get drunk and I have to know I have to go for mass the next day. No chance. No, sir.
Am I joking, John? Am I joking?
No. Listen, I have about 14 nephews. You see the money I'm out all year between birthdays, confirmations, child.
You need a second
It's like I'm
job.
paying child support. The wings aren't even mine. Do you know? Hey, see when you go to see now all they want's money too. You land your brother or sister's house 4 or 5 Easter eggs, saying here you are, and they look at you and say, "What the fuck?" Granted, it was Christmas, but that's not the point. You know.
Yeah.
They want everything. They want a 5 or 10 cars, no use.
They want an Xbox game or a PlayStation game. Like,
Didn't help that I landed on Christmas morning. Dress.
but what was I going to say? I want to ask you a wee question too, sir, about you and you come from family of athletes and boxers. There was you, there's Jared, and now you have a nephew as well, Daniel's.
Yeah,
He's
fantastic.
doing very well at the moment.
Fantastic, but fantastic at everything. He's one of them fuckers, that
Football and everything.
they put their hand. If he wanted to become a tailor, he would be in. He would never. Did you ever hear them?
You and Peter Irwin had a job.
100%. Wouldn't be hard.
Peter Irwin, what did you say? He done your house.
No, Peter Irwin's a fantastic tailor. He definitely is. But no, it's true actually. I was going to say something there, but I don't want to do him out of a job. I'd only be slagging him,
Stumping a stand-up comedian, eh?
No, sir, Daniel, 100%. All my nephews they're all talented. Daniel came into the box and corners into the Gaelic, and the 15 hours dimension. You know, we haven't got enough time in the podcast.
I know. Shared.
But we Daniel got it on, he puts his hand there, and I just hope he stays at the box, and but long enough for if I decide to make a comeback. No, not if, when I decide to make a comeback, just so I can get him in the ring. And all the times maybe his mother was texting me saying, "Oh, Daniel's doing this."
You're too slow.
You think, but I know.
No, but here you were an Ulster champion. And your brother was an Ulster champion.
I wasn't an Ulster champion. I am an Ulster champion. When you become one. So you're going to say to Floyd Mayweather, "Oh, there's the former champ." Once you get that belt, you get to keep it, and that's it. So I am an Ulster champion. Yes, get it right, like.
And Jared does.
And Jared does, yes, and Daniel does now as well. So
here's the big question: who's better
at
boxing? You or Jared?
Are you saying who's better at boxing or who's better?
Who's better at boxing?
Me.
And who's better?
No, actually, hold on a minute. Who's better at boxing? Daniel.
But
you want to keep it between the brothers? That's
just
fine.
Just used to.
So, the better boxer, me.
You. And then, but then Jared will do.
But sure, that's not me shocking or whatever.
We were chatting about that earlier, but weren't we? And you says it was very easy transition. Obviously,
listen, it's very simple. I wasn't known for being a fighter when I was younger,
No, I never knew you that. I didn't even know you boxed and told me, and you started fucking even chatting.
I didn't know about singing it, you know what I mean?
No,
definitely. I do now because
you're retired.
But no, it all started where, as a young boy I was very impressionable. And I had a lot of, I guess I switched on the TV and Rocky had come on, and I just took
best sound on Saturday night.
I just took a notion and asked around. I was working in the inn at the time as a bottle boy.
Aye. Did you left many bottles?
No, but I remember being stunk. You were allowed to smoke in the bar.
Does that mean like your job at the minute? You don't fuck off.
Your brother tell you that, didn't
That's why he left. That place is gone under.
I watched Rocky, sir, and I took a notion. I thought, like as I say, I'm impressionable. It happened to be Rocky, but if it happened to have been, the West Side Story, I would have become a dancer.
Yeah,
it just happened to be Rocky. So
you a dancer, tutu and all.
I can dance. I can fair shift. But so I decided to make an inquiry about a boxing club, and I was with the boy working the bar time, Big Shane McLaughlin. I'm sure that's his name. I know. It's Shane McLaughlin. He boxed with him, and he was just Irish champ, Ulster champ. No, but it wasn't at the time. But he said to me, "I go to that club." So I went first day, and I didn't box from Adam. I went myself. Jared hadn't started at the time. I went with an Orful. I talked into going. It didn't work out. I thought I'll not mention it. I don't really see him anymore. But I stayed with the club and I boxed on. It was a very slow club, Errigal. Not going away from Errigal out the Ringsend Road. Danny Deehan, fantastic, a gentleman. But he had a lot of Irish champs in his group at the time. So the focus was on him, and rightly so.
Yeah.
So I think I had 3 fights with them, and after a couple of years, which is not enough.
Yeah.
And then Jared had joined then long before, and thankfully Jared joined because after a while he got one to the Dungiven club, and he says he was going there, and I went with him, and it was the best thing ever happened to us because that was the Dungiven clubs then we went on and.
What do you call is that?
St. Canis. Mark Harrigan and his dad. Yeah. They'll always be part of my life. They've done so much for me. They're gentlemen. They're good men. But funny story about the Errigal. So we had a wild night. We were driving the Errigal. I got lifts to the Errigal Boxing Club from Angelo Doherty. What do you call it? Josie Cannon. Them boys were all boxing at the time. Mark Connolly.
Oh, big Mark. Shout out to Mark.
Mark was a big part of the club. I couldn't box fuck all. But Jared, we were stuck for lift one day, and at the time Jared was in the scene with him and the boys. Jared was running about. We had got cars and just rallied them and wrecked them on. Right. But we were stuck for lift at the club, so Jared jumped in this. I think it was a white Cavalier. I'm sure it was a Cavalier, and you can ask him about this. And so we drove up to the club. Got our boxing on. I was alright. And about 7:30, the gym starts and you're away for 9. So we were driving back down it was the Ergo Club at the time, I think. It was. So we were driving back down the Ringsend Road, and it happened to be the place where the British Army the Brits were still there at that time. I was only a kid. I was still high school, or St Mary's.
Yeah.
And they were training.
Yeah.
So we were driving along, and Jared spotted it. I wouldn't have known. I was only when he says that's a checkpoint.
Oh fuck. Yep. Go ahead. Sorry.
And he was like, "Sir, I have no, yourself. You have no license. You do things you do when you're stupid. That's fine."
Yeah. Yeah.
And so he stopped there, stuck her in reverse, turned around, put her in first gear, and shipped on the other direction. I was like 16. It was class to me. This is brilliant. And we shipped on then back into Balearin through. Now I know, but when I was in, I didn't have a clue. But I just thought, this is brilliant. This is this is class. Nothing was happening. Yeah. Well, I know then, but at the time I was like, we're getting. Yeah. So we battered on. Sure, it must have been nearly 11 o'clock before we found out. Right, that's bound to be a little while there now. He just to avoid getting stopped. We went a completely different direction, pure long direction. It was a fantastic time for me and my brother. Shared. Coming back in the Lamavati, there was another checkpoint. And
sorry.
I swear to God, and Jared was like, I'm done here. Pulled up. Two of us sweating. Jared was sweating from boxing. I was sweating because I thought I'm going to go and do 15 years in jail here. So anyway, Jared, pat them on the down, sir. And where you come from? Where we were boxing there, or we were training. We're at here ABC, or I don't think it was definitely not in Kansas. Here ABC, dead on. Just you shipped down the road. I got there, sir. Nice. So we took a whole journey, stressful, about an hour just to go out of the road of that first checkpoint. Straight down into the other one, and there's batter on. So I'll never forget that. Sir. That's one of the first memories of me and Jared in the boxing. Hey, I'll never forget that. I kind of feel like I hope it's okay for me to tell that, because I know he was driving a Cavalier, but
Jones going to
he was a young kid. He didn't know any better. He was 13. Like, no.
Hey,
again, that whole story was made up.
No, it wasn't. That was the truth. Like the other like the other ones. But that was brilliant. I actually want to ask you about boxing.
No better man.
I think it's in a sad state now. You've all these fucking YouTubers coming out, boxing people. Your man Jake Paul. He's a fucking. I hate to say him. I don't see if he comes on the YouTube. I'll turn it off. Like. I
haven't watched a thing of it.
I hate him.
All the people, all the older boxers sharing it. Like your boy, what do you call your man Fury?
He's fighting Ben Askren now, right? Ben Askren has the worst stand-up game in MMA at all. You know what I mean?
Masvidal made sure of that.
Aye, you know what I mean? Now,
he didn't really.
He didn't even let him showcase his shape boxing. But what's he going to do whenever he's going to get his ass whooped? I think. And then
Askren or Jake Paul? What do you mean?
Jake or Askren? Askren's fucking stand-up game's terrible. He's a wrestler,
but he's fighting him. Train all you want, like, but when your man Jake Paul fought, I haven't seen. Them boys are telling me at work. Them boys are telling me at work that at the time it was. Oh, you watching the fight? I was like, who's it this time? And it was all
like KSA or something.
But they were headgear now, and I was like, no, that'll not be. This is pay-per-view. I was like, it can't be pay-per-view.
So they were wearing headgear in that fight. Are they wearing headgear in this fight?
No, I think they took that away, but this was the first one.
Apparently there's big money and everything on it, but the reason I was asking you is because I follow Big Eddie Hall on social media and stuff, and he is fighting Big Thor, the mountain from Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
That's now is that September or something that is? They're fighting.
Game of Thrones is finished.
No, I'm all about Thor here.
Oh, right.
This fight. Is he going like?
That makes sense. Did you see what he done to the Scorpion in Game of Thrones?
2 world's strongest men. But why would you? I don't even know if they're both getting 7 figures, right, for a start. They signed the contract. They're both getting 7 figures. But why would you fight that fight? They're going to be fucking puffed out in 30 seconds. They're carrying that too much body.
And they're getting serious money for it.
Aye.
I mean, I
can see why they're doing it, but I love Big Eddie Hall.
Well, you mean when I tune and watch it?
I'm not watching it. Like, I wouldn't watch that. I wouldn't pay to watch it.
No. I mean, who pays to watch? I think these days you can watch it.
And the Fire Stick.
Why is everything in America where, hey, let's pay $19.99 to watch Conor McGregor box?
I might watch it in the Fire Stick, but I'm not paying for it.
I was watching a fight last night, bare knuckle. I'm on there at the minute, and it was £6 per month, and you see all. It's unlimited, and
all the fights.
Your brother messaged me last night saying, "Where can I get that?" So I sent him the same thing. I said, "I think I sent it to you too." I says, "It's an app. Download the app, and then you subscribe £6 a month, and then you get everything." Paige Van Zandt boxed in it. Chop Chorley, who fought Mayweather and fought Miguel Cotto and all. He was
sounds like a fucking Chinese
dish.
No,
spoiler alert, Chop pulled out in the
Can I order that? I don't know.
A Chop Chorley, yeah. Listen, as long as he's not there. But you want to see the head on him too. Look, that man has about 80 fights.
Really, sir?
That's it. He's like a professional journeyman.
Moves on him like a bowl of porridge.
But, no, he's no, it wouldn't be porridge. Anyway, moving on.
Where are you going?
No, I'm saying Chop Chorley was a good boxer.
Alright.
Good boxer. But he was I was saying to them boys, that's £6 a month, and then you get
Jason doesn't have £6 a month. He's a miserable.
No, I messaged him back. I says, well, I was the first. Sorry, it's very fast paced. Bare knuckles, very fast paced. So when the first half hour, there was 3 fights. I says, you watching this as a slave? No, he goes, no, they really. And I go, this sums you fucking Holmes boys up. He says,
here we go.
He says, no, decided to stick on Ryan McMullen live on St. Patrick's Day instead and drank a bottle of Jameson.
I'm going to see him.
Because it cost £6. Ryan McMullen was free on YouTube.
He's laying her. Ryan McMullen was £15.
Not today.
No,
that
gig he bought.
No, this was last night. This was 3 days after the gig he done.
Oh, right, okay.
So now you can get it free on YouTube.
Must be heard.
Or your Fire Stick.
Or your Fire Stick. We should just call this podcast Gary Fire Stick.
You want to chat?
What?
I'm drinking German beer here. I said, give me herp.
You laying there, you.
Where's herp?
You asked me to get you that stuff tonight, and I got it, and I'm still waiting on my interest. Give me a pound, like
too much money on all
that
stuff.
A penny, they go and left it.
You're the kind of boy that spend £400 on a guitar, but yet wouldn't put £10 on a decent haircut.
Well, here, listen. I got my haircut because you told me I look like somebody out of the Cranberries.
There's no point saying now because
that's gone. But
you run about his hair. You know the boys with the fringe, half the fringe down here over their eyes, and then when they get all dramatic, they flick it back and I was like, you look like the lead singer of Cranberries came back from the dead and joined Slipknot. And I says, I'm coming on your podcast to tell you that, and he cut it like a yellow bastard.
Hey, this won't be cut. This will be in the podcast. I cut nothing.
But apart from 1 or 2 things.
No, what's down to?
Like your weight, you fat her.
Hey, you're not fucking...
Colin Geddes wouldn't say that.
You're not so slum yourself.
But I'm right. But listen.
A Volbeat teacher, or teacher that would be called fucking stretch beat.
I've served my time.
You have, alright. But here, what was I going to say to you? So what's the crack with this Joshua and what do you call fight then? Who do you think's going to win that?
Joshua
and Tyson Fury. It's announced now. They're going for...
Oh, that's pulled. Have you not seen the
unifying the belts?
No, have you not seen the video a couple of weeks ago? Tyson Fury's drinking 12 pints a day and the fight's finished.
No.
That's a fact. Can you get that up there, no?
No.
Oh, no, that fight's pulled.
This isn't the fucking General Banter podcast. I can't do shit like that.
Here,
I don't have a team behind me.
Can you get it up there? Google it.
No. Shout out, actually.
I gigged
Geddes. That's a cracking podcast.
I met Colin Geddes. We were gigging before. And
take it he was better than you. Stand up. He's still going, you're not.
I'm assuming that he had better men behind him, whereas I had bad men behind me. Bad men behind me.
Oh, that sounds...
No, that was when I was younger. Oh, Jesus.
Is that whenever you worked the chapel?
No, come here. Colin Geddes was headlining a gig I done one time. No, I no less.
Was he? Where was that at?
Corner Bar. Well, I said everybody in, and he contacted me saying he's doing a comedy gig.
I wasn't even at that one, sir. Colin Geddes.
You're not inside?
No. I was out then.
Out. Like inside another bar, man. What are you talking about?
What's what I'm saying? I was out of another bar.
No, we Wallace got a hold of me and like Wallace, good friend of mine now. he got a hold of me. He says, "Listen, when we start a comedy night, I'm not obviously the first boy's going to get a hold of because I'm from a town. This is long into my comedy
Path.
I'm not going to say career, like, but
Path.
But I was going to him and I says, I know bore, like I don't care. At that stage I wasn't too at that stage I was past the whole I stopped doing comedy after a while, for reasons being, but I was going to him, I says, I'll do it in the town, no bore. And he says, we're going to get big names in. And I says, happy days. I mean, I'm thinking I was going to be a big name. No. In the first night, excuse me, he got me in and he says, here, he was under a promoter, Cookstown Comedy Club, your man. And he managed to get McKee Bartlett.
Oh, he's class.
Fantastic.
I love his
and
stuff.
I know what, a lovely fella too, because he landed in. And now, let me get this right now. McKee Bartlett was maybe the first night, but your second night was, I'm going to look like a tit here now. He was really nice. He messaged me on after. Oh, I'm looking at him here now with glasses. His son's a goalkeeper for Northern Ireland, underage Northern Ireland team. I have him on Facebook. Just his name. If he sees this, you'll know who I mean because your son plays underage for Northern Ireland goalkeeper. So you'll know who you are. And thank you because you're a really nice chap. And your name just evades me now. But hi Mickey Bartlett and jeez, what's your man's name anyway? And then the third was.
He sounded like an episode of fucking Father Ted there. Jeez, what's your man's name? Just went back and then.
No thanks, I'm fine.
Oh fuck.
No thanks, I'm fine.
Go ahead.
Your man Father Ted doing that. You look at the young ones over the wall. Never see him, any man.
Is he talking about Rory?
But no, Geddes came on one of the third nights or something, and Wallace said to me, "You're doing the night again." I was like, "I know bore that," but I was like, "Fucking hell, so much. There's only so much. It's not like you can just fire it out.
Yeah.
I'm not a hairdresser, like."
No.
And
thank fuck.
But anyway, Geddes come on, but anyway, not Geddes come on. Sorry, Geddes there, and I knew who else was there. Rory Woods. Who is
he's in TV now, and he's doing well for himself.
I think he's from Rory Woods, the band. I've known him to playing in Derry and all.
Flicker.
Did we?
Oh yeah, there we go. Look.
Right, we're not mentioning Rory Woods again.
No,
Rory Woods is a fantastic comedy, and I've known him in the Derry one. As Derry playing in the Millennium Forum in Derry too. He's a fantastic comedian, and he's always there. He's always lending a hand. But Sir Geddes came in late with his missus. I think at the time we were all in the green room, in the back of the corner bar. And I was running like a big dick, like I knew everybody, Bartlett maybe. I was actually Mickey Bartlett and Colin Geddes doing the same gig as well, I think. But anyway, listen, this might not all be exact, but Geddes came in late, sir, and never.
If he's telling
us,
definitely not exact.
I was like, what's the crack? Whatever. You're just like, let's Colin Geddes. Barry the Blender, as I knew him.
Aye, Barry,
No, sir. There was nothing out of him. There was just nothing out of him, like nothing like, oh,
maybe he was tired from traveling.
I don't know, but there, everybody else was like, oh, what's the crack? Oh, I'm from a town. Oh, good. Tell me stuff about the town so I can tell it in the gig. I was telling them all the crack, about about different boys in the Glens. Now I'll chat about them. They're in the crowd, Shout out the boys in the Glens. He's there. But no, the word of Bartlett, sorry, he was just stood there, and I was like, you know what? Fair enough. Pat they're on. His gig was hilarious. It's always funny.
Yeah.
But them more boys you always remember, and just from then I was like, I'm not fucking watching this shit anymore if you can't even speak to the young comedians coming in. But I still watch it because he's funny as fuck.
Exactly. Exactly.
Shout out to Colin Geddes. Respond if you want. You probably don't remember me, but how could you not remember this face?
Right. He's cocky tonight.
At Colin Geddes. At
General Banter
at
podcast.
Barry the Blender at.
And
an overhang Barry Blender smash his face into, sir. That's a fact.
Hey, see if he sees this, man. He slates my podcast. I'm blaming
he
you.
will see it.
I'm blaming you cunt.
Because I'll be tagging him on it. But no, I had a good time with the comedy.
His is the pinnacle of podcasts around here, to be honest.
This is my first podcast.
No, but I'm on about your man's.
Surely Joe Rogan's better than him.
But I mean around here. You know.
Around here, where exactly? Do you mean Northern Ireland, or do you mean
the north of Ireland?
Yeah.
You know.
No, I know he is. No, he is, and he's fantastic. And the boys he brings on too are fantastic. And even as I think it's his wife now.
Yeah.
She's also funny. The two of them just gel very well. It's hilarious. But fuck him. He's cheeky. Say hello to that boy. Look, there, go and get us. What's a crack, lad? Here, do you want to know Lanvai like McKee Bartlett did? No. I'm late. I'm Russian. But
you're not. You're Irish.
Yes, lad. I will kill her. Good times.
Say hello to me. No, that sounds like fucking Scarface. Sounds like Speedy Gonzalez.
I thought you were on the Braveheart. That's Scottish.
Say hello to me. Colin Gidas.
Is he Scottish? That's Scottish.
As in Scottish.
Say hello to me.
No. Say hello to me.
That's
fucking.
Hey, say hello to me.
No.
You little bastard.
No. Say hello to me, Speedy Gonzalez.
No.
That's right. He got fucking evicted from the Big Brother house, didn't he?
No more talking about Speedy Gonzalez.
That's fucking bad.
Did you see that shit?
No. You were telling me about it earlier, though.
Thanks for that, Rob.
That's alright. Explain yourself.
No, that's
this is what this is for.
That was a good. You jumped that in there. I was wondering when that would come in. I was wondering, right?
You're still Scottish.
I know. I will kill her.
I was wondering when they was going to drop that in there.
Sorry, no joking aside. They pulled Papi Le Pew from the Looney Tunes.
I still have difficulty saying that name.
Papi Le Pew. It's not like it's...
Because whenever you go for a shade, it's like Papa Pew.
That's not when I go for a shade. my go for a shade is more like...
That's because he does nothing but drink, John.
I'm a scat, man. Holy water, drink holy water.
Some place
come here. Some crack the cameras there, not going like this. The camera there. No, come here. All I'm going to say, I want to run this by, get your opinion. So they pulled Papi Le Pew because... Do you remember the Papi? He was a skunk.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
He was a skunk that had the...
Hormad to her.
I know. I know.
Have I made this more difficult for you to say?
No, I don't know. I'm just going to have to bat her on.
Go on.
So Papi Le Pew, he kept... he was...
Let Gary...
Yeah, that's filthy.
Sorry.
That's filthy.
Let Gary explain this, actually.
Because Papi Le Pew, the cartoon.
I know the cartoon.
He kept holding his missus tight, saying,
give
me your...
Was she a skunk too?
She was,
Was she?
Like, what did you think she was? Fucking kangaroo.
I don't know, sir.
When have you heard a skunk make love to anything else but a skunk?
It's been a long time since I've watched fucking cartoons. Tom and Jerry was the last one I watched.
But
excuse me, by the way.
He kept holding his wife, and she was all like, "Oh no, not now, not now." You know the way a marriage should be.
Is she a 3-month-old
give me a kiss. No, hit her neck, back bent over, and her head pushed back.
Right, okay.
But they cut him from Looney Tunes, or what was he in? Was it Looney Tunes, or was it the? So anyway, because it shows rape culture, or
what?
Really? They cut him, and that's a fact.
That is ridiculous. That's a fucking cartoon.
Now, I get what they're saying because of this whole thing now we're in. And fair enough. Listen.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't.
I'm not going to be one to sit here and say they shouldn't, but I'm
no.
just saying that's hey, they cut whenever I can go. If I invite my nephew, one of my 19 nephews I have.
48.
Give or take. I'm out of fortune. What if I invite them over to mine and they bring their games console over, because I'm coming 30 now and I don't play games consoles. I'm not a child. When I imagine, and if I brought my nephews over and they were like, "Oh, stick on Grand Theft Auto," I bet they're on.
What do you mean coming 30?
Give or take.
Plus VAT.
I'm celebrating the 2nd anniversary of my 30th. But come here. When I play Grand Theft Auto, that's the thing they all do.
Yeah. So
get rid of Papi Le Pew now. This isn't mine because I've seen this on Facebook and I'm just repeating it.
Yeah.
get rid of Pepe Le Pew and Speedy Gonzalez because he's stereotypical Mexican because they're very good at something, but they like to get all queasy and drink. I mean, I didn't even know what that was back then.
No, you didn't.
I just enjoyed the cartoon. How do you now believe it? Sure, they're getting rid of half the faulty tires. Anyway,
but I get what you're saying now.
No, but I can go ahead and let my nephews play Grand Theft Auto where they can get a prostitute in their car, have sex with the prostitute in the car,
great Saturday
and then
night.
once the prostitute walks out of the car, hit her in the head with a chainsaw.
Oh well, fuck.
And then take the money back off her.
Aye.
And they're 14, 15 year old, younger, playing Grand Theft
I see what
Auto.
you mean.
Listen, let's not beat around the bush. They are doing it. But no, shift Pepe Le Pew on because he loves his wife that much that he wants to,
beware.
Because it's a cartoon. This will get you here.
I know.
I don't know if you know this, but they've changed Ba Black Sheep. And that's an orphan. I was told this not long ago.
Were you told this or did you read this?
No, I was told this by a parent who's in school in Lone Valley. It's now Ba Rainbow Sheep. Have you any wool?
No.
It is. That's a fact. You have my word, take my hand.
Rainbow sheep.
I was told this. It's Baba. Well, you're a parent. Have you ever heard tell us coming back from school?
My Wayne's going on the fucking first year next year. She'll not be singing Baba Black Sheep for a while.
Damn good job they're not doing Baba Black.
So it's not Baba Black Sheep?
Baba Rainbow Sheep.
Really?
And if you want to like and subscribe and argue with me in the comments, go ahead, but that's a fact. Baba Rainbow Sheep have you in wool because Baba Black Sheep is...
You're giving me a lot of heat tonight in this podcast.
No, that's not heat.
I'm going to have Colin Gaze and fucking...
Fuck on, get us.
All these people fucking going nuts in the comments because this can't. But seriously...
Baba Rainbow Sheep, and I'm telling you, that's not made up.
That's crazy, sir.
What's happening?
I have no idea, man. Right. It's a fucking... No, I'm not even going to bring it up. Not even going to bring it up. We were chatting about it earlier, remember? About the thing. The breaking the record thing. Do you remember that?
Breaking the record of views, and you says it's about the claim, and I says you look like Miley Cyrus.
No, do you remember the lifting thing?
No, that's absolutely fine to talk about.
Is it?
It is.
Right. Well, there's like I read a thing.
It's not
I think it was actually Joe Rogan that fucking shared this.
It's absolutely fine to talk about that stuff.
I just don't like talking about shit like that. But here we go. Fuck it. There was a trans woman who beat the world record deadlift or something, and they're saying, is this fair? But like, okay, like. Be who you are and have your sexuality and do whatever you want to do, but I can't say it's the same. Do you know what I mean? So
this woman, do you know her name? No, call her out.
I don't actually know who it is.
I mean, you've heard of Casper Semenya, the sprinter.
No,
she was tested, and she kept beating everybody.
No,
it's kind of similar, and she's been ridiculed flat out. And should she be given it? And I guess it's not for us to decide, but it's okay for us to talk about. 100%.
Well, what I'm talking about is like it might actually have been Andy that shared it too, and Andy Chapman.
Oh,
I think he shared it.
Oh, he would share that.
Oh, Andy shares a lot of things, but I'm telling you, I think it was like he was talking about that there. Like, is this fair? But what do you think? Do you think
about that the male? Sorry, the somebody who's maybe been born male, but they knew that their path was always and chose to become female, but competed in female deadlift.
Yes.
I mean, I don't have an opinion on it immediately, but my immediate thoughts are, I mean, that's it's not for me. It's for the organization and the refereeing, whatever it is, the
organizations. I think
for the say. But my immediate thought is, geez, that's a bit hard on the girls that are. It's very simple. Put it this way, right? So I weigh about 11 stone now. So if you bad throat, we'll give or take, right?
Plus VAT.
And I went into 11 stones probably about.
You're about 12 and a half. 13 and a half.
I decided, not for me to say, but I'm just saying, not stereotypical, what's the word? Just imagine I decided that I'm a woman, I want to become a woman. I don't think it's, as a woman.
I've known that about you for years, Gary.
You put your hand up a wee bit closer and you'll find out. But
ahead,
but if I choose to be a woman, and if I choose to be a woman, and then as a woman, I want to enter a women's competition, and I'm told not, then I guess now that's not,
it's not appropriate.
And thank God that I'm not in that situation or that organisation. They have to make a decision because it's a bit,
it's a tough one.
It's a bit here and there. And,
aye.
But my you're asking me for my opinion.
Aye.
I mean, I think it's a bit hard on the girls that have been trained all life. And say, for example, Big Brian Still.
Oh yeah.
I've known him all my life. No,
Les, I'm on my fuck. Sorry, Brian.
I know, but Leslie, we know it doesn't matter if Leslie was a woman or man. Everybody's getting dead left and all. But Brian as well, sorry, But if Big Brian Still decided tomorrow that he wants to become a woman, nobody's fucking been out of him heavier than him.
No.
So so that my guess, what I'm saying is, you have to give Brian Still the title as the best deadlifting woman of all time.
Well, they'll be fucking insane. I don't know.
Shout out to Brian, by the way, an old friend of ours. I remember
legend.
I remember playing football when we were younger over in Gravestone Hall, because they had a big pitch there, and we were able to just go in there and play as we like, because we never went down the dumps to play because there was a lot of fights. Wurzel, Wurzel Murray, you know who you are. But we were always playing football, sir, and Leslie, Smiley Cummins, Brian Still, Kevin Kerr, or not Kevin Kerr. Kevin Kerr done that, he was shite. Kevin Hassan, Sean Irwin, James Irwin, all the boys, and we were always just made to stand there and do nets. Not do nets, I mean do nets. I mean just stand there and be a goalpost while they played. So Brian Still went to kick a ball one day and fell over his leg, broke a clean in half.
No way, sure.
And I won't have anybody say otherwise. But I witnessed it, and he went to kick a ball, and they had to bring the ambulance in the Greystone Park football ground just to be there. I don't know if it's still there now. But used to come in and we used to come in and play football, and then they had to bring the ambulance in, and we were all front because we weren't supposed to be there. And Brian, he just broke his leg clean in half, and all them boys I called out there will remember that. But as far as I'm concerned, he just went to kick a ball and fell over his leg. Brian will remember that too. But like, I'm laughing about now, but Brian, I apologise if it causes you offence because I don't want any trouble.
No, he's coming to your door. Just fold you up like a fucking pasty. So he would. Big Brian's legs.
Big Brian and Leslie, they were too good. I always said, when if ever I was become famous or whatever, and I needed two people to stand beside me as bodyguards, it's going to be Brian and Leslie. I always said it. But I didn't make it that far.
But I was going to say, is there any yet? Is there any sight of you, just before we wrap things up? Is there any sight of you maybe coming back to do comedy, or are you thinking of that? Maybe that's a possibility in the future, or
Fair question. I get this asked a lot. Why did you stop, or why did you? I mean, I guess my answer is always, I boxed very well. I boxed for a long time. I put a good shift on. I got the Ulster. In case anyone ever caught anything, I'm an Ulster champion. Just in case you missed that. Me and Jared are. The three of us, 3 McKees are, and counting. Jared has 2 beautiful boys as well coming through. Yeah. They will be as well. In case, when it comes to the boxing, time's a ticking thing. I mean, that BKB I was watching last night, them boys are 39 years old. And I'm 30, 31, 32. I can't remember. I'll have to ask my wife when I go home. But I can always go back, but I'll never be a certain standard. But comedy,
yeah.
Listen, I at the time I had a lot of good gigs, and it was at the time I was writing more stuff. Something happened, something personal happened in the family, and I remember the actual moment. I just, I got the news, and then what I was doing at the time, writing at the time. Sorry, I went and got, and I walked back into the room when I got the news, and I seen what the book and all, and I just left it, and I remember physically just throwing the book, because, I didn't want to write anymore. I stopped writing comedy, and just for that time.
Yeah.
And I never really got back into it, sir. And it was just, I mean, what happened at the time was done and sorted, but just something I never picked up again. I battered on, and certain other things started, and life happened.
Life happened, yeah.
But the thing about stand up is, you know, you don't have to be young and fit and
No,
you know,
exactly.
it's always I mean, you know, you come jump in the bar and you man 40 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You might say, "Sir, you should do stand-up comedy. You're fun as fuck."
Yeah. And he'll be able to do it.
And I'll be able to just go back. And that's the thing about the stand-up is, other than Colin Geddes, you know, you meet a lot of friends along the way, and they're friends for life. You know, and there's still a lot of boys. The first gig I done, I was the first one, and the headline gig was Johnny Graham. And when I say his name, you know, certain people know who that is. He's a massive comedian. He's done a lot of things with former Michael and Kathleen, who I'm also in contact with as well. Not so much Kathleen anymore because they're no longer together. But everybody, you know, you help each other out. And there's umpteen Michael Porter. I could name a lot. Fenton. There's a lot of boys I could mention. You know that everybody stands together. You know. Yeah. So if I decide in 10 years down the line I want to go back in it, I'll just hit them boys up. Yeah. And you gig that well, not often. They'll be like, Gary, we have a show on. I mean, I don't have to be fit or young and fit and healthy.
There's a guy, Paul Smith. He's a Liverpool guy. He cracks me up.
We know him.
There was a cracking gig.
My wife's a big fan of his.
I love him, sir. There's a cracking gig he done about this guy sitting in the front row and he drives a fucking he goes, "Oh, you own a garage, mate, do you?" And he goes, what do you drive, mate? And the boy goes like Range Rover or something. He goes, you drive a Range Rover and you own a garage? He goes, "You defo sell BQ, mate." He's telling him he's a drug dealer, basically. Sorry, he's fucking unbelievable.
Sorry, he's from Liverpool. Why are you doing a Scottish accent?
That wasn't actually, that was Arabian.
Oh, I thought it was. Oh, right. So come here. I bought, before the pandemic, it was my wife's 30th. But she looks 25. And she's a massive fan of him, so I bought tickets to go and see him, no less. And the pandemic happened.
No way,
here we are. So, and it keeps getting pushed back, but we're going to see him live actually.
That'll be class, man. He's lethal.
She's a good fan of his. As for me, not so much.
I don't blame her. But there was one night me and Guy took a piss out of each other, and I sent him about. I put up.
You've actually got away lightly tonight. I think I haven't given you enough stick.
Well, I'll just get on that here now.
Well, maybe we won't. Right, okay.
And fucking, I was I had a hang
up. It's on bad, sir, because my ma's watching.
No, it's not bad. But he got on the thing where he says I have put a needle up I have to take every couple of weeks, you know, for me for my arthritis. Guy goes, "What was you said to me? Sort of way." Hey, fucking look at you! Your fingers are all big curls, no time or something. He says, "You fucking bastard."
I'm on the chat of my fingers. Have you seen mine?
I know you sent me a picture of them bad boys.
I have,
and then you said to me, "You go, I'll be pushing you, sir, in your wheelchair whenever you can't walk." And I says, "Not with them fucking fingers, you want."
Listen, I have psoriasis of the nail, and it makes them, you know, brittle. It's the same as the psoriasis of the skin. It's very unique, but
I have psoriatic arthritis.
Psoriasis arthritis,
same thing. Psoriatic. That's what I have.
I mean, I can take these. I can get rid of these nails, and that's it.
I know, sir.
What about you?
Don't you pick your nose in, anyway? You need facial reconstruction.
My left hand doesn't have it. I pick my nose with my left hand, but
do you?
But that's fair. I'm very, very restricted to what I can do with my right hand.
Well, I don't know what you want to do with your right hand. But anyway, it's been an absolute pleasure having this man on the podcast, and I just want to ask him to do the honours. Brother, sign a brick wherever you want. And I said sign, not shite.
Right, am I fat to take his headphones off or do it?
Take them off if you want, bro.
Right.
Wherever you want to go. Yeah. Wherever you want to go. Ben said it right down there, right now, so he's always in the shot. I knew he was here. I'll hold him, sir. Because you stand there with your phones down there.
Right.
McKees don't like fixing things.
Right.
Where are you
going?
Where's
the corner at?
Over to the left.
I'm going to sign over her name.
You can't do that. Sign a brick below. We see us liking out now. It'll be funny. Where do you want to go?
Can I write something here after the chairman's name?
No, you're not allowed. No. Stop fucking up my podcast, man. You come on here tonight to fucking wreck me, man. You've slagged people.
I'm going to go to the top.
I'll go to the top. Up beside Jordy O'Keefe and Paul.
Ben's right.
Ben's right. Go here. Everybody will see it.
What about here, look?
Do you not sign there?
No.
Where do you want to go?
I'll go here.
There. Right, go for it.
You see that in the shot? No.
I'll not see that in the shot. Not bad. Not bad. It's a nice few on there. Like, get one. Cheers, my man. Thank you, brother.
No sweat.
And here, give us that pen back and sit you back down again. But I always says I was going to get this man on because me and have some crack together.
Who's on next? Who's coming behind me?
Hopefully the next one will be Jordan O'Neill after he wins the title.
Aye, Jordan.
Hopefully when he wins the belt, he's going to come on. So hopefully him.
I know Jordan. Me and Jordan trained together a few times. I remember when he was only a wee pappet in St. Canis' boxing club actually, and he just come on strength and strength. So I remember meeting him recently in a boxing gym. He'll remember this too. Ballakilly boxing gym. We were helping training boys, and Jordan was looking to spar. I said, "I no bore," and I just said, "I'm sparring Jordan." I remember he's 8 years old. Sir, I took some less, and then he wasn't 8 years old anymore.
Oh.
No, I boxed dead clean off me.
Did he?
But I wasn't. I had a full training camp. I beat him, but I wasn't training at the time. But I remember him just boxing dead clean off me. So maybe Lennox Lewis, way he boxed. Fantastic fighter, and it's gonna be. And I'm with him. I'm behind him.
Champ.
I'm behind him the whole way. I look forward to that one actually.
Shout out to Jordan. Shout out Jordy.
Shout out to Jordan.
I hope he does it and brings the gold home with him, and we'll have him on the show. We'll just maybe plaster it behind us here in this wall.
That'd be nice.
Would be a nice touch.
You never asked me for my Ulster Championship medal. They put it in the wall, but anyway, we'll move on.
You never brought it.
You never asked me to bring it.
Oh, I don't know. You have these memorabilia things. I thought it was just something that you looked at until you got the P7 3 out.
You know Jordan had it.
I
never got the P7. Try whenever you're told you can do the P7 or go to St Mary's.
You just went to St Mary's.
I went to St Mary's.
Well, look, the podcast tonight. The intro music was brought to you by Rory Conley, Rory and the Owls, and
fantastic musicians.
We're going to put a wee link in the bottom. I want to thank this man, brother. Thank you very much for coming on.
Yep.
I enjoyed you. And we're going to cut it short before this light shades itself. So
we got away with it.
We did,
You have to see my yellow teeth now. Oh,
they're not that bad. Your teeth are not here.
They're like sugar puffs.
So, on that note, like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Cheers, everybody.
Bye, man.
Bye, Job.
But what is real anyway? I can see it now, what's happening.